Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. So, Jon Rahm is one of the big groups on Thursday at the Hero World Challenge. He'll be playing alongside Xander Schauffele, teeing off at 12:17 p.m. 6 worldwide wins between the two of them in 2022, and Todd Lewis caught up with Rahm.
I mean, I feel confident. Obviously, I've had a really good fall. Come to a golf course in a tournament that I like. I've had success in the past, and I know you got to take it deep. So, hoping everything is firing like it's been the last few months.
Yeah. Do you enjoy playing a tournament where the golf course is receptive and you have to cart a lot of birdies?
I've had a lot of fun playing here when it's firm and fast. This is going to be a little different, right? With the hurricane, especially the rain we've had this morning and last night, it might be a lower score than I'm used to seeing here. So, yeah, but I still enjoy it, obviously. I'd rather get a test of golf that's a little bit more difficult, but a week like this where you only have, 18, 20 players, it's a little bit more relaxed. Having a golf course where you're going to have to shoot very, very low, it's a lot of fun.
I know you've had some great stuff happen this year off the golf course, but on the golf course, as you reflect back on 2022, what are your biggest takeaways?
I've had a good year. Ball striking was great. Putting got really good towards the end of the year. I wish it had been a little bit better earlier. But it was a year of a lot of growth, I would say. Learned a lot about my game. And still was a good year. I just wish I would have had a better showing in the majors. Had I had a chance to be in contention on Sunday in more than just one of them, would have probably made it a much better year. But still, if we take that out of the equation, it's been really good. Play good on the playoffs, play good throughout the year, and had a really good fall, right? So overall, it's very, very successful.
Another star we're looking forward to see in action, that is Tom Kim. We won't have to wait long to see him tee off. He'll be in Thursday's first group, an 11 a.m. tee time, which he'll share with Cameron Young. And he spoke to Todd about the opportunity to finally meet Tiger Woods.
From where I was 6 months ago to playing this event, it's amazing. And I got to see Tiger officially for the first time yesterday, and it was really, really cool to kind of talk to him and kind of just reliving the thing of what was going on 6 months ago to now. So it's really cool, and it's kind of fun for me.
What was the highlight of the interaction?
I got kind of nervous playing that hero shot thing. Like, it was kind of funny, like, 'cause obviously, I've been playing the President's Cup and everything, the pressures you kind of learn from there, but for some reason I was like kind of nervous, and but just being around him and kind of feeling the presence of Tiger Woods was kind of the cool thing for me.
Did he say anything that stood out to you?
Not really. We just had some kind of small talk and conversations, but I'm kind of waiting for my opportunity to kind of ask him some questions. Would like to improve on, just kind of get more comfortable. I got to see a lot of courses. My rookie season is, it's done, but for me, it's kind of next season is kind of my full season on tour. So just kind of learn a lot from these guys and just kind of experience and just kind of get better as I get along. 2 wins is great, but hopefully I can get a few more.
Well, another breakout star this season, that is Max Homa. He'll be playing alongside Tony Finau. Homa with 2 wins this year, including 1 in the full season. And he spoke today about taking time off after the birth of his son.
So it was actually kind of nice. This was the longest I ever took off of golf. Probably it was definitely longest between golf tournaments. But even just touching a club, it was, a couple weeks. And for my friends who know me, I don't do that. And it was cool. Came back out to the golf course, hit the ball well. Joked that I still had it and moved back along. But yeah, it is scary. I've seen some lows, but those lows didn't start from me taking a break from golf, so I have to remind myself of that a lot when I do decide to take a break. My mechanics are better now. I've put a lot of time in. I think it's been 4, 5 going on 6 years since the bad, so I don't fear it in a realistic way. It's just I think a lot of the guys always get nervous when they're playing well, when they get a break, that they're going to, quote unquote, lose it for a bit. I think everybody kind of goes through that a little bit, but we all get back on the horse at some point and realize we can still ride it. I just played the President's Cup, so I would say that I feel quite comfortable here. But yeah, it's still cool. My friend who's with me asked me if I still kind of if it's still weird being around Tiger, and I would say yeah. So, it's definitely different. I don't feel like this is the thing that's making me feel like I belong. I felt like that for quite a while, but it is very cool to be here. You know, this event used to be in my backyard in LA, so we would go every year. So it's just cool to be able to play an event that is obviously incredibly exclusive. You have to have had a great year, I guess, a couple of years world ranking wise to be here. And, you know, I feel like it feels like a nice reward. And again, it's cool, but I wouldn't say that getting into this event now makes me feel like I've made it just because of the President's Cup and whatnot.
You mentioned the PIP. You finished, I think, 14th this year. Last year, you said you were a little frustrated about where you finished. This year, you had such a great year on the course, and your social media stuff is still so popular, and you finished 14th. What are your thoughts on that? I
mean, it is what it is. I'm frustrated I lost to Kisner. Not quite sure how that happened. Played better than him. Carried him at the QB last year. So not sure how I lost to him. So that was disappointing. But it's just back to the drawing board. Got to figure out more ways to impact the golfing world. I am surprised that I'm 16 in the world and 14 on the PIP. I always thought I was significantly more popular than I was good at golf, so it feels nice that those things are aligning. So that's a little mini bonus, but at the end of the day, I'll take 14th. It's pretty good.
We're close to wrapping up 2022. As you look back on this year, what are you most proud of, and what is something you'd like to improve on in 23?
I'm proud that last year when we looked at kind of like the trends of my seasons, every season since basically 2019, I would have a great stretch on the West Coast, play pretty well in Florida, and then have like a pretty significant kind of slump in the summer, and then I'd kind of finish the season okay, and then I'd play okay in the fall, I guess. And that kind of up, down, and back up again was a bit frustrating because it was pretty telling that a lot of it was kind of mental. I looked at the stats, and my miss percentage inside 6 feet on the putting green went up during the summer, and a lot of that feels like it was fatigue and frustration and trying too hard. So I was very proud this year that I kept it pretty much, more of a flat line this past season. So I was happy with that. It means my game's in a better place, but to me it meant that I was keeping my mind in it for a whole year, not getting too hard on myself, too down on myself. And then next year I need to play better in majors to really make a jump. I had one good finish in a major last year. I got 13th at the PGA, which was nice to feel like I was kind of in the mix. It was a crazy Sunday, so at some point on Sunday I did realize if I birdied the last 5 or 6, I could potentially win a major, which is a big ask, but at least I felt like I could do it. But didn't play well at the Masters, didn't play well at the U.S. Open, and missed the cut by 1 at the Open. So that stuff's quite frustrating. It's not like I looked at this past year as a failure because of that, but I would say next year that's definitely something I would need to improve on if I want to kind of make another big jump, because I think I've proven to myself I can play quite well in the tour events, and I haven't found a golf course that really doesn't suit me too poorly. So I would think that when I go to a major, I could at least, rattle off a couple better finishes, but so far, not so much. So hoping to figure that one out this year.